The drumming that you've been seeing and we've enjoyed in silhouette throughout the opening is just a hint of what's going to come. We're delighted to welcome back to the AMTA stage our Taiko drummer, Iris Shiraishi. Iris was working as a music therapist at a program she had started when she began her Taiko journey back in 1997. And she is now the artistic director of Mu Daiko. This is a Taiko ensemble of Mu Performing Arts in St. Paul, Minnesota. Joining Iris, we will have some percussionists and our very own music therapy colleagues, Kalani, Bill Matney, Carolyn Keeble, and Jane Cregan.
Thank you. This is... I have to tell you, this crew up here, we rehearsed. I sent them the music maybe about a week or two ago. And we put this together in about 20 minutes. So if you know anything about Taiko, you know how talented these folks are already up on stage to be able to do that. So just really give them another round of applause. So konbanwa, good evening. I am thrilled and honored to be a part of this evening's celebration tonight. We just played Taiko. Taiko is the Japanese word for drum, and taiko of various shapes and sizes have been a part of Japanese arts and culture for almost 2,000 years. Prior to the Second World War in Japan, a village, if they were lucky, might have just one drum. Men and boys were allowed to drum, women and girls were not allowed to drum. They maybe would bring it out once a year for a special festival or some kind of commemoration, and they'd put it away for the rest of the year. In 1951, Daihachi Oguchi came back from being a soldier in World War II. He resumed his jazz drumming career, and the story is that someone brought him this old manuscript. He figured out it was taiko notation, and then when he played it, being a jazz drummer, he found it pretty boring. So his innovation was to gather a large group of people together, which is pretty unheard of, men and women, boys and girls, and within the subsets of these non-musicians, giving them simple rhythms to play and then layering them on top of each other. The sound they produced was really exciting, it was engaging, and I think really most important after that Second World War in Japan was a great way to build community. In North America, in 1968, Seiichi Tanaka landed in San Francisco. He came with 3 black belts in martial arts, thinking he was going to open a martial arts dojo or martial arts school. And the story is that he went to a festival in the streets of San Francisco, no drumming at that point in the United States, and so he decided on the spot, I'm not going to open up a martial arts dojo. I'm going to be the first person to open a taiko dojo. He started the San Francisco Taiko Dojo. It has just celebrated its 43rd anniversary. And all of the taiko groups in North America and Canada and the US actually owe a great debt to him. I belong to a group called Mu Daiko, based in Minneapolis. The Mu, our translation of the Mu is the shaman, artist, warrior that connects the heavens and the earth through the tree of life. So for us, when we extend our arms and our bachi or drumsticks go beyond that, we are really trying to connect with the heavens. We are trying to gather this energy, put it into our bodies, put it out into the drum. Hopefully the energy engages all of you, and then we get the energy back again. For me, as a sansei, as a third generation Japanese American, it is the best marriage of rhythm and choreography and movement and cultural expression. So taiko is certainly a part of the Japanese American community, embraced by the Asian American community, and now you will see many non-Asians engaging very, very fully and studying very, very hard to learn to become a part of this. So for me, it's like today it's like kind of coming home, you know? It's the music therapy part of it for me, because it's always, the drumming has always sung to me, and it's being with all of you and then sharing this wonderful art with peers on stage. The first piece we played was Matsuri. Matsuri in Japanese means festival. The first 2 rhythms that we play, don, 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 karakaka, don, don, sit, don, don, karakaka, are very, very familiar to those folks who have been born and raised in Japan. You hear them most often at Obon Festival, which is a festival, a Buddhist festival that celebrates the ancestors. The second piece now, I need all of your help. I am going to be leading everyone through a piece called Eijanaika. Eijanaika means, isn't it good? It is a piece written by P.J. Hirabayashi. She just recently retired as a founder and artistic director of San Jose Taiko, probably one of the 3 seminal groups in North America. She wrote this song and choreographed the movements to commemorate the first Japanese immigrants that came at the turn of the century. They engaged in very hard labor like all of the immigrants of the first generation do. They endured bitter, hard work to make it better for their children. So in these motions, she talks about farming and mining and fishing, and then all the while saying, isn't this good? Isn't this good? So I am going to ask for the lights to come up because we are going to be learning the kakegoe, which are the vocals that go with this. We're going to be learning some of the dance movements, and then hopefully I will get some of you, or maybe even all of you, up to do some of the steps. And we will do them in the style of obon. Obon, if you go, like when I was a kid growing up in Hawaii, I would look at the church across the street, and I knew it was obon time when they would start to build this really big tower in the middle of their parking lot. All of the older ladies in the church would teach weeks before all of the traditional dances, which was open to the community. When it was obon time, the lanterns would be strung, the food booths would be put out, and then the drummers would bring their drums up to the tower, along with flute players and percussionists and vocalists, and they would start to drum. And then depending on the popularity of that particular obon, sometimes there would be hundreds of people dancing around the yagara. So we will be joining in that celebration tonight, hopefully to commemorate all of those who have passed before us, as I know that we have very, very loving thoughts of all of those folks who have endured the disasters and now have passed on, but also to celebrate all of the work that you have been doing for them as well. So I'm going to ask my colleagues to come up, and we are going to actually chant it first, and then as you feel comfortable, I would like you all to join in the parts. Oh, it's nicely highlighted in yellow. Asore, asore. Okay? So please come. So I'm going to ask Bill to just kind of keep a G for us. So tek, ke, tek, ke, tek, ke, tek, ke. Ejanaika, ha, asore, asore. Ejanaika, hai, asore, sore, yoisho. Ejanaika, hai, asore, asore. Ejanaika, hai, asore, sore, yoisho. A, ya, nai, ka, yo, hai, Janaika, hai, asore, asore, A, Janaika, hai, asore, sore, yo, sho, A, Janaika, hai, asore, asore, A, Janaika, hai, asore, sore, yo, sho, A, ja, nai, ka, yo. Okay, now, here's the fun part. I'm going to ask everybody to please stand up if you can, if you're comfortable doing that. And we're going to just kind of step in place because the big steps are going to come a little bit later. So, we're going to do the hand motions first. So the first part of this, we are describing digging in the fields. So that's the dig, and you're doing that to your right. And then we're going to reach up and we're going to pick in the mind. So it's going to be pick and pick. And it's going to be dig and pick and pick and dig and pick. So we're going to do this now. I'm going to add the kakegoe in. And I want to see if you can say asore at the same time. And Ejanaika, hai, asore, asore. Ejanaika, hai, asore, sore, yoisho. That was fantastic. That was great. Okay, now, now the next thing we're going to do is we are going to gather. So this could be gathering whatever in the fields. It could be hay. It could be whatever. So you're going to just do this rolling motion with your arms. Ejanaika, and you're going to toss it over your head. Hai. So it's going to be Ejanaika, hai, asore, asore. And we only do that twice. Okay? And then we're so tired that we are wiping the sweat off our brow. And when we do that in the dance motion, you're going to actually turn around and hop on your right foot and then hop on your left. So it's going to look like this. So let's try it. Here we go, just a sweat. Here we go. And Ejanaika, hai, asore, sore, yoisho. Okay? So let's bail, let's toss, and then let's sweat. All right, here we go. And Ejanaika, hai, asore, asore, and Ejanaika, hai, asore, sore, yoisho. Yes, okay. Let's do the beginning now, up to that point. Ich, ni, sore, Ejanaika, hai, asore, asore, Ejanaika, hai, asore, sore, yoisho. Ejanaika, hai, asore, asore, Ejanaika, hai, asore, sore, yoisho. Yes, okay. Now, the last couple of moves, The first one is when we toss off the A, ja, ja, nai, nai, ka, ka, and we are going to be actually steering this really big railroad car, okay? So you're going to be A, ja, ja, nai, nai, ka, ka. So watch the footwork so you're prepared for it when it comes up. Okay, let's try it. Ready, and A, ja, ja, nai, nai, ka, ka. Yes, okay, one more time. Ready, go. A, ja, ja, nai, nai, ka, ka. Last thing we do is we throw our nets out into the sea, okay? So with the arms, we are going to start from the bottom, and there's going to be some footwork involved in this as well. So we are going to be tossing it kind of to the left of our body while our right foot goes out. So it's going to be yo, and then we're going to lean back and step with our right, yo, hi. So we're going to throw it out, okay? So just the arms, just the arms. So on your left side, so I am not being your mirror. I am not being your mirror. So you're going to be, we're doing things opposite of each other, right? So we're going to go, yo, and then figure 8 on the other side, yo, and then toss it in. Okay, one more time. And yo, hi, yes, that's great. Okay, now, before we get everybody up with the footwork, we're going to do the whole thing. So please join us and do as many of the movements as you can. Okay? Ich, ni, so, re, e, janaika, hai, asore, asore, e, janaika, hai, asore, sore, yoi, sho, e, janaika, hai, asore, asore, e, janaika, hai, asore, sore, yoi, sho, e, ja, ja, nai, nai, ka, ka, yo. Okay, now, you know, I had forgotten how musical music therapists are and how coordinated they are. This is just fantastic. If you feel comfortable, I would like to see if some people would, or all of you, we're going to try to make at least two big circles going around this entire ballroom. So we'll have one circle perhaps going around this way and another circle this way. If some folks would like to have a couple of smaller circles on either side, I'm going to ask you to come up right now. So if you feel comfortable, please step into the aisle or distribute yourself. It's to the right. Right. Yeah, come on out. So I'm going to ask, yes. Yes, yes. So Kalani is on this side, and he can help lead that. And Jane is on this side, and she's going to help lead that. And I have Bill and Carolyn on stage. Okay, here we go. Let's put some movement. Let's put the steps to it now. So first of all, everybody, make sure that you're all going in the same direction in your circle. Okay, so are we going this way, around here, this way? Yep. And then this way, this way? Which way are you guys going? Go this way? This way? Okay. Okay, here we go. Everybody practice now that you're really on your feet. Let's go, and it's going to be A, Janaika, hi, and then step left. Asore, asore, step again. A, Janaika, hi, asore, sore, yoisho. Facing into your circle. Now do the rolling. A, Janaika, hi, asore, asore. Now in place, can you turn around? Right, hop. Left, hop. Okay, and A, Janaika, hi, asore, sore, yoisho. Now turn sideways so you're going back in the direction so you don't bump into each other. Here we're going to do the railroad. And A, ja, ja, nai, ka. Now this is a fun part. Here we're going to throw the nets in, and you're going to step into the circle with your right foot, and then on the left side of your body, you're going to start that big circle. Yo, and lean back. Yo, hi. Okay, great, we're ready. Now, this is not graceful Japanese dancing, okay? It isn't. It's not meant to be. This is meant to be folk dancing. It's meant to be truly this expression of your heart. So we're saying, isn't it good? Yeah? So, dig, pick, roll, throw, sweat, drive, and throw your nets with heart, okay? Kokoro. And ich, ani, ich, ni, so, re,